If you're an artist, entrepreneur, or someone with a passion for showing what they love to do online, and you've been posting for months, maybe even years online without seeing any form of real growth, you're sick and tired of seeing other people blow past you, and you're stuck with the same 500 followers from high school, then I made this video specifically for you. I get it. You're tired of being told to post consistently, and you may have even tried to post multiple times a day. You've probably consumed every form of YouTube tutorial there is, every guru's advice for posting times and hashtag usage, but despite your best efforts, you are not getting the type of engagement that you hope to be getting. Absolutely know you have something valuable to share. You're just not sure if the whole personal brand or social media following is something that someone like you is capable of doing. I'm here to break that stigma right now and tell you that you are fully capable of doing it. You're not too late because the industry is supposed to double to $500 billion by 2027. So you're right on time. If this is kind of sounding like you, trust me, I know, because I was stuck for like 8 years in the same exact position. So while I was perpetually stuck in college, trying to get my bachelor's degree in animation, I was posting pretty consistently, or at least I thought so. I was following trends, trending sounds. I really thought I had it all going, and it just was a matter of time, but I was consistently going in the wrong direction. After a couple of years, I managed to siphon about 1,300 people from my main account, because I had about 2,000 on my personal account. And so I had 1,300 followers for like 5 years, like straight. I had that forever. And then January 1st, 2024 is when I got really serious about social media, right? And that's how I grew 50,000 followers in the matter of a year. I laid out the fundamentals. I started from scratch. I acted as if I had no experience and I was learning everything for the first time. Before anything started working, I started considering this era as like my last ditch effort to success. I didn't really know if I had the capability of even doing so. But in that first quarter, after tracking all my goals, doing the things that I said I was gonna do, finally for once, I grew to 7,700 followers in just 3 months. And that wasn't just luck. I did not just go viral. I started actually understanding what other people were doing, what pathways they were creating online in order for me to actually see the way that they were succeeding and applying it to me, applying it to my journey, applying it to my personal brand. I replicated that same effort, that same intensity for quarter 2. I kept the momentum and I grew another 7,000 followers. What do you know? It wasn't random. It was just me being dedicated to my craft. And what I discovered was a 3-part framework to growing your personal brand that can convert followers into actual buyers. It's primarily based on 3 pillars: who you are, what you love doing, and why you're even doing this stuff in the first place. Because the second it gets hard, you're gonna turn to yourself and say, why am I making this video at 1 a.m. right now? Like, what's the point? Is it just to get validation? Is this to grow my business? Like, what is the clear reason why you're actually doing this in the first place so that you don't lose track of the final goal? And with that framework, teaching you how to post, how to turn your audience into a community of people who wanna buy from you. Once I found a system, I just stuck to my guns, started making those quarterly goals, tracking the metrics like I wasn't before. When you track your metrics, it actually gives yourself a goal to reach instead of it just being growth that's super ambiguous. Once I found a system, I just stuck to my guns, kept making those quarterly goals, and I decided I was gonna start teaching other people how to do it as well. I'm gonna break down how this actually works. First, it's the time commitment. This isn't gonna take a weekend. This isn't gonna take a few consistent weeks. This is gonna be a dedication, a commitment, an investment in time so you can grow your personal brand for the future. Now, on top of this being a commitment, it's not about getting more time. It's not about carving out more time in your day to make this happen. It's actually using the time you already have allocated more strategically. It's using that hour before you go to work to craft a video, to shoot B-roll, to write down ideas. Depending on the type of person you are, you may want to batch your content. And I go back and forth on this because if you're a type A person, you may want to batch your content. But if you get down on yourself easy, you may want to keep that repetition of making videos every single day so that you can keep that habit instead of batching 1 or 2 times and then losing full steam and then not knowing what to do. Secondly, video creation is a practice in its own. If you're already an artist, then you already understand that principle. Like, you gotta work at it to get better, and it's one step at a time. It's not gonna be watching 6 editing videos in one night and suddenly you're a master editor, right? It's gonna take some time. The beautiful thing about personal branding is that it works in every single niche. You're not actually selling your product or service anymore. You're actually selling you. It doesn't matter if you're a fitness coach, a consultant, a painter, a plumber, whatever it is. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. The only difference between people who succeed in personal branding and those who fail, it's not the talent, the luck, or even the size of their current following. Having the right strategy and the discipline to execute it consistently. It's showing up when the views are down, when no one's watching. It's plugging away every single day when things aren't looking so bright. The moment we start mentioning algorithms and hacks and why it's not doing well for you is the moment that we're already working from a deficit. We're not working against the algorithm. The algorithm is there to help us push our content to more people, more like-minded people. The way we combat that is building an ICP, finding the same exact type of person that you are, that you want to attract, who is going to want to support you through your journey. For me, I wrote down like 45 different things about this one particular avatar, this one ideal customer profile, and they started coming like magnets. It was crazy. The second I actually put that into writing is to when I started attracting people that I actually wanted to socialize with online. If you're trying to make content for everyone, you're gonna attract nobody. If you start to actually dial in on who your actual avatar is, you'll start to actually pull from people that actually find what you're doing interesting. I was listening to a podcast and the Ferrero Rocher guy, the guy from Italy, he had this customer avatar called Valeria and basically made his whole life mission to make Valeria happy. And that's what he said. He said, if I'm not making Valeria happy, he had tens of millions of people trying his chocolate, but he knew if Valeria was happy, that everybody was happy. So same thing with your personal brand. If you can find one person, maybe even give them a name, maybe it's just you when you were 23 and now you're 25. That's the type of person you want to attract because you know just a little bit more than that person and you can actually provide value to them, even if it's not just an information. So over the past year, I've been kind of privately mentoring different students, whether they're artists or entrepreneurs. Some of them reaching videos over 200,000 views, many of them reaching over 10K, some even reaching multiple thousand followers in just a few weeks. I could have let the last 8 years of my life determine what my success was like on social media, but I put my nose down and just didn't let my ego get the hold of me. I set it aside and actually started chipping away at the life that I wanted to live. I wanted to paint, I wanted to share, inspire, teach other people how to do what I'm doing. I wanted to create, I wanted to make videos, inspire other people, and now show them exactly how to do it themselves because that gives me the most joy. Link will be in the description if you'd like to work with me directly. I go into way more detail there. Keep creating because that's what makes you different. Love you. See you in the next one.